Hey everyone, and welcome to another All About RVs video. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2021 and a half Shadow Cruiser 248 RKS travel trailer. This is a rear kitchen, mid-size travel trailer with one slide. We're going to take a few minutes, walk you through the inside of the RV, come on back to the outside of the RV, and then we're going to close it all up, show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, guys, we're now up inside the all-new Shadow Cruiser 248 RKS here. We're going to spin our way through the inside, then we'll head back outside. We're going to start here in the kitchen living room area here. So right here, we do have some overhead cabinets. Nice looking cabinet setup, new color for the year, and it has the nicer Euro hinges, and they even have the little support shocks to help hold the doors up so they don't fall down and hit you when you're trying to put things in and out of there. TV built into the counter. It's on a 12-volt motor that goes up and down. You can see here in the picture we're going to pop up. That TV drops down, basically giving you more shelf space there, and also this dinette makes into a bed. That dinette area also has some storage underneath. You have a little cabinet door on each end. The motor or the switch to run that TV up and down is on the right-hand side of the cabinet there. Now over here on the left, you'll see pop up in the picture, you have some USB charger ports, another electric outlet, along with your TV cable / satellite inlet and your booster button for your TV antenna. You can somewhat see in the video here, you do have an arch to the roof, makes it a little bit taller in the center section here. You have some indoor speakers, and then you'll see outdoor speakers when we get out there as well. LED lights in the ceiling here. And you can also see the AC ducting that runs through the center of the ceiling area here. And right here, it is also pre-wired for an aftermarket 4G Wi-Fi antenna system. WineGuard Gateway is what I believe it's called. But that you can actually buy aftermarket, put in, it's got a little wiring system for it, and then you can subscribe to like AT&T or Verizon, that type of thing, wireless system. If you're doing a little bit more extended stay style camping, it could be worth it. Back here on the left, you do have a large, deep closet / pantry area. Pretty nice setup there. You can pack a lot of goodies in there. Cabinet-wise, down below you have some storage, and you also have 4 full extending ball bearing drawer guided drawers there. Also see the glassed-in oven there, which does have the light built in along with the LED lit knobs. That's by Furrion that they're currently using. And you have the 3-burner stovetop you see pop up there. And then you also have the glass lid that will flip down, kind of give you a little extra counter space if you're not using the stove. And when it is up, it kind of acts as a backsplash. Below the oven there is the electric box with your breakers and fuses, and then just to the left of that is your propane leak detector. You have a little bit of shelf space there, which would be kind of good for maybe some spices and things like that if you're cooking. Now popping up in this picture is going to be your control panel here, which has some light switches, has your battery disconnect switch, awning in and out button, slide out in and out button, and it has your water pump and water heater on gas switch as well. And then you also have your monitor panel there for your battery condition and your fresh black and gray tank information. Now the 2 windows do open back here. You have metal mini blinds on these. You have a undermount stainless sink there. You do have the high-rise faucet as well. And then you do have some overhead storage space there as well. Over here you have your Norcold 10.7 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator. Nice refrigerator here, but it is a 12-volt version. A little bit larger than the traditional 6 and 8 cubic foot gas electric versions you used to find on a lot of campers. Now most RVs have gone to this 12-volt version. A lot of people do solar panels and things like that. And if you are boondock camping, I would recommend at least 2 batteries. And do a portable solar panel if you're going to be off the grid for a while to just kind of help the longevity of the refrigerator working there. But a lot of people do go to campsites and they plug in and everything works just fine. Now over here you have some more cabinet space up above the sofa. In the sofa area you have pulled down pleated nightshades. The sofa is a tri-fold sofa, so you can see pop up here in the picture. This will make a full-size bed, so you could sleep a couple adults here. However, there is pretty much no room to walk around at that point. But with the dinette down and the sofa in bed mode, you could sleep 3 or 4 guests out here in this area, depending on their size. Going up the hallway area here, you do have another large window with a pull-down pleated shade, and that does open. And also the windows on the sofa area do open as well. And the window behind the TV does open too, guys. Here on the right, we have a swing door into the bathroom area here. I'm going to pop up a couple pictures of this so you can see this a little easier. Starting from up top, kind of working our way down, you do have a skylight above the shower. Air conditioning vent up there, a couple lights in here, a fan with the exhaust area right there. You have a little shelf area with some robe hook holders. The shower is a kind of square shower, but it does have a pull across kind of a heavy duty curtain material there. You have the foot flush toilet. Over on the left side, you have 3 drawers and some storage space. Heat duct coming out of that area as well. A little bit of counter space, your sink area. A wood medicine cabinet set up there. And some shelf space over there for your towels and washcloths and stuff. So overall, a pretty decent sized bathroom and decent amount of storage for a smaller trailer. And you do also have an air conditioning vent up on the ceiling, if I forgot to mention that. On into the bedroom area here, you can see there is room to maneuver around the bed area. This bed, we're going to pop up a picture here to kind of show you, but you can see there's room on both sides of the bed currently, but the bed is a sliding bed. So you can push the bed over one direction or the other to give yourself a little bit more room if you need to get dressed or need to grab something from underneath of it or whatever. There is a little bit of storage underneath of it from each side. Now this is a Camper King bed. Up top here, you do have another roof vent up there, which does have a little fan in it. It's kind of nice because a lot of brands of campers don't have a roof vent in the bedroom area anymore. And this one's a little bit cooler because it does have a small fan. You can see your air conditioning ducts in here as well. You have a hanging closet on both sides of the bed and some overhead cabinet space. And again, they have the little shock assist on them. Electric outlet on both sides of the bed as well. You have your entry-exit door over there. Then you have some more closet space and 3 more drawers there as well. And a light switch there on the wall. Now there's a sliding door here. We'll pop up a picture of that from out in the hallway area so you can see that a little bit easier. And over here on the side, you have TV hookups up there and a backer in the wall for a mount. So if you wanted to put a small TV up there, you could do so. And you have window on both sides of the bed, which do actually open, so you can get a little bit of a cross breeze here. But overall, a pretty nice unit for a couple. We're gonna head outside now, guys. I wanna show you around the outside, and then we're gonna come back in and I wanna close it up and just kind of show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the outside. All right, guys, we're now back on the outside of the all-new Shadow Cruiser 248 RKS here. We're gonna start here on the door side and kind of work our way around the RV. So up front here, you have a large pass-through storage compartment here. I've got the drop-down pull-out tray up at the moment. You can kind of see it there. But it does recess down into the floor, giving you full access all the way across, and has kind of a metal lid. So pretty cool new feature just to kind of give you a little extra storage space. Nicely finished off area there. And you can also see the aluminum tube bed framing and stuff as well up there. Down below, you can see pop up here the power stabilizer jacks and the enclosed underbelly. You have power awning with the LED light strip built in. Also has the adjustable arms for tilting and water runoff. And then it also has the manual override in the front head arm up here. So you can stick a socket and ratchet in there and manually crank it in and out in case of an electronic failure. You do have dual entry doors on the RV, a little bit of difference here. They have a traditional hover step on the front door. That's basically going into your bedroom area, so it's probably the door you're going to use the least. Those steps are rated for 300 pounds. The door does not have a window in it, however it does have a small peephole in it. The back entry door has the heavier duty more ride step above step, and that step has adjustable legs, comes down, touches the ground. It's rated for 500 pounds. And a nice thing on it coming down and touching the ground, when you're running in and out, it's not shaking the trailer as bad as what the front step will most likely do. Little round thing there next to the right of the entry door is your gravity fill freshwater tank right there. And popping up in the picture below here is your freshwater tank drain just below the axles, or behind the axles there. You have two outdoor speakers up there, which are also lit up blue, and they're kind of a wide spread apart. So you got one back by the back arm and then one up here by this door. So it does kind of spread out the sound a little bit more. Deep tint safety glass windows on the RV. And on the window here, you see pop up in this sticker, it talks about the Azdel composite sidewall. Very important feature, in my opinion, on how the fiberglass is attached to the laminated sidewall. It is glued to a Azdel composite material instead of a wood glue-on board. So basically what that means to you is if your window right there were to leak and water gets in there, that Azdel composite material doesn't rot out like the wood Luan board would. So it's going to help eliminate delamination. So really nice feature on the overall construction. And again, aluminum tube framing in the wall, foam block laminated insulated sidewalls here. So a nice construction style. Also in that sticker up there, it talked about being pre-wired for the 4G LTE Wi-Fi system. Basically, that's just some wiring that's on the camper. You still have to buy some sort of antenna and things like that to put on the roof to bring in, and you have to subscribe to that Wi-Fi. You usually find that more on higher end RVs that might be full timers and stuff, but they do actually bring that down into the Shadow Cruiser line too. Now on the back here, the back corner, you have an electric outlet back here. Now popping up also is going to be the rear power stabilizer jacks that you're seeing there. And you can also see the power button for the rear right here on the side. On around to the back of the RV, you do have your spare tire mounted to the traditional 4-inch square tube bumper. A lot of people will store their dump hose in that bumper as well. You can see a really nice arch crown to that roof up there. So it's really good for water runoff and stuff. And we're gonna pop up a picture of the roof so you can see what that looks like. Now you can see up there you have plumbing stack vents, roof vents, air conditioners, TV antennas, all kinds of little goodies drilled through that roof, and those things all have sealer around them. So it doesn't matter, guys, if it's a TPO roof, rubber roof, fiberglass roof, whatever, they're all gonna have these same type of holes and sealer and stuff like that put through them. So you do have to get up there from time to time and maintain that stuff. Make sure those seals don't crack open. If they do over time, you gotta basically peel off the old, put down new. Most of that type of stuff, depending on what type of roof it is, comes in a caulking tube. So it's pretty easy to do. It's kind of a pain in the butt to peel off the old, but putting down the new is pretty simple and easy to do. Don't use like silicone on there. You can use silicone around your windows on the fiberglass, but silicone does not adhere properly to the roof materials. So make sure you get the proper lap sealant for your roof. Now just below the Shadow Cruiser name there is your stove exhaust vent with a little flapper in it. You do have to pop that flapper open when you get to your campsite to make sure the smoke comes out properly. To the left of the spare tire here, you do have kind of your central docking hookup area, I guess you'd call it. So you have your power cord that's detachable. You can see it's kind of stretched out there, roughly 25, 30 feet. And you have your black tank flush, you have your city water inlet, cable and satellite inlets, and also a cold water spray port back here. Going on around to the slide outside here, on the back corner you have your 6-gallon gas and electric water heater. You can see pop up in that picture the 1 1/16 drain plug socket in the middle to drain it out. The electric on-off switch in the lower left corner here, and then up top in the center is your pressure relief valve. Make sure you relieve the water pressure, guys, before you drain it so it don't shoot out all over you. Now down below, you're gonna see the gray tank dump pop up here for your kitchen area. You do have 2 dumps on this model. The kitchen all the way in the back, and in the bathroom almost all the way up front. They're too far apart for one single dump. So up here in front of the axle area, you will see pop up here your dump for the gray and black of the bathroom area. Now the slide out itself is an electric slide. So you'll see when we close it up here in a minute how it goes in and out. But it is basically a worm gear style slide. Back up here a little bit so you can see down the side a little bit better. All new graphics and also color of the fiberglass. So the whole outside look of the RV did change up for mid-year model change. The baggage doors have the heavier duty slam lock baggage doors, and they're also held up by little magnetic holders instead of plastic clips. And then also you can see you do have a light on each side of the storage compartment. So if you do have to come out here at night, it's a little bit easier to find things. Now on the side here are some stickers. These are very important stickers, guys. We're gonna pop these up for you too. Pre-wire here for a portable solar panel also, guys. But the first sticker we're gonna pop up here is gonna be your gross vehicle weight sticker. This is your main data sticker, which basically tells you your production date of the RV, your VIN number, some axle size information, and that gross vehicle weight. The gross vehicle weight is the most you can load the RV up to, axle weight and hitch weight combined, before you really risk overloading and breaking things. So real important not to exceed that gross weight. Next sticker popping up is going to be your unloaded vehicle weight sticker. That is basically what the factory says it weighed when it rolled across their scale at the end of the assembly line. So that's your dry weight, also sometimes referred to. Next sticker is going to be your carrying capacity sticker. This is the most you can pack into the camper before you exceed that gross vehicle weight rating. Don't exceed that number if you can. Next sticker is your tire sticker, which basically tells you your tire size, but most importantly, it tells you your proper tire pressure. So make sure you check your tire pressure, guys, before you go out on a trip. The tires are rated to hold a certain amount of weight at a certain pressure. If you let that tire pressure drop too low, the tires can't hold the full weight of the RV and can blow out fairly easy. So make sure you check your tire pressure. And also not a bad idea to check the lug nuts from time to time. There's a lot of side load twisting and torque that goes on RV wheels, and sometimes they can work loose a little bit. So check those as well, very important. Up front, again, all new exterior look. So you have a really cool, nice 3/4 fiberglass cap here with a full new look to it. You have a couple LED lights built in there as well. The lower portion is a metal plating. So part of the reason they do these metal plates on the bottom of RVs like this instead of a full fiberglass cap is sometimes you do get some rocks and stuff from your truck that get flung up and hit those lower parts. It's much easier to replace a piece of metal than it is to re-fiberglass and repaint chips and rock cracks and stuff. So you will find a lot of RVs now doing these 3/4 fiberglass caps instead of a full fiberglass cap. Now back in behind here, there's room for 1 or 2 batteries. It comes with 0 from the RV maker, but you will get 1 deep cycle interstate battery from Couch's RV Nation when you buy from them. Now, if you wanted a second, if you're more of a boondocker off the grid camper, you can talk with your sales guy and they can help you out with the second battery as well. 2 20-pound propane tanks with a changeover regulator, and it does have the hard bottle cover as well. You have a power tongue jack here with a built-in LED light, along with a manual override in case of an electronic failure. 2 5/16 hitch ball, heavy-duty safety chains, breakaway cable, and traditional 7-way Bargman wiring plug. The camper has 4-wheel electric brakes, and you want to make sure you have a brake controller in your truck so that you can control the brakes of the RV. Most new trucks with tow packages a lot of times will have a built-in brake controller, but some don't, and you got to do an aftermarket one. So again, if you don't have one, talk with your sales guy about that. He'll be glad to help you out. All right, guys, we're gonna go back inside now and close her up, show you what it looks like closed. We'll be right back on the inside. All right, guys, we're now back inside the all-new Shadow Cruiser trailer here. And I wanna show you what this looks like closed, kind of how this operates here. On that control panel right over here, we do have our slide in and out button. So we're going to spin back around here. I want to pan this down a little bit so you can see the floor section a little bit better. I'm going to bring this in, push the button. Now what happens is the floor tilts up a little bit, the slide tilts up a little bit so that it can come in over the floor. Now, very important, guys, to make sure that there's nothing in the floor as far as rocks, pebbles, toys, whatever, because the slide will run it over, and if it gets trapped in between the slide floor and the vinyl, it will possibly rip your vinyl. So very important, make sure your floor is clean. Now you heard that little ratchety noise that went off there? That's basically telling me that the slide is all the way in or all the way out. But when the slide's closed, you can see you do have room to still come in here, use your dinette table. You could sit at the couch. You could watch TV if you had to, get to all your cabinets and stuff. Spin back around here so you can kind of see the kitchen area. So we could still use our sink, get to our cabinets, use the oven, use microwave, all that type of stuff. So if you did happen to have the slide out break on you, hopefully it never happens, but if it did, you could manually crank it in and out. If for some reason even that failed, you could still kind of use most of the RV section here coming through the back door. Now, you can't obviously squeeze through that space over there. but you still could get to your bathroom and your bedroom from the front door. So again, hopefully it never breaks, but if it ever were to, you still could kind of use the RV inconveniently with the slide out in. If you're stopping in a rest area, a Walmart parking lot, you know, any of that type of stuff, you can come in here, load things up through either of the doors. So that's another nice thing as well, having two doors on this unit. Slide outs all the way back out. The RV pretty much has all vinyl floor except for the little bit of carpet area there on the slide. They do carpet because it's a little bit easier to hide the mechanics of the slide out system, and the carpet's real flexible and easy to step on without having it crack or break easily like linoleum would be if they tried to do linoleum there. All right guys, thanks again for checking out my RV videos. I really do appreciate it. If you're interested in keeping up with more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again, guys.